Happy Canada Day, everybody, and happy Canada Day to those of you living in Trent Hills. Well, I'd like to say it's a glorious day, but it's 35 degrees. With the humidex, it feels like 42. I want to believe that this is what we waited all winter for, but given that there's not many people out and about, I would suspect everybody's staying where it's really cool. And if you know someone who is older, or maybe not even older, but who doesn't have air conditioning, maybe you want to check in on them. One of the things that older people don't do is they don't notice that they're thirsty, so they become dehydrated, and they don't recognize how hot they're becoming just because age sort of starts to numb your senses. But on a happier note, after being respectful and considerate to our neighbors, it's been a busy day here in Trent Hills. I started the day off not as early as the members of the Rotary Club for Campbellford, who were up and at it bright and early and got breakfast ready for those of us who made our way down to Old Mill Park. I certainly hope that our visitors from afar who were parked up at the pier or along the Trent Severn Canal didn't plan on sleeping in this morning, because the music was going when we arrived and there were people milling about, and of course setting up breakfast with the great big griddles and all of that is not something that can be done in quiet. And besides, it's a celebration, that doesn't mean we have to roar all the time, but it certainly means you want to have laughter and you want people talking and chatting. And of course they had all the tables set out. So a huge shout out to the Rotary Club. It was, as always, great. I love it when somebody's willing to get up early and make me breakfast. I believe, although I wasn't able to confirm, that again the Curl family donated the maple syrup. This is what community is all about, right? People chip in, they help out, they donate, they give of their time, their expertise, whatever. So it was a beautiful morning. It was not cool, but it was certainly comfortable to have breakfast. And then I went over and I saw the ducks. I've never seen the ducks with the little tufts on there. They were cute, but they were quacking really loudly, and I hope that they didn't have to stay out in the heat too long, because I'm sure as the morning wore on with all the people around, it got pretty hot. And there was a little pony there munching on the grass. Really nice. I wish I had a pony, but I'm too old for a pony now, so there you go. And then there were other things going on in Warkworth, and there was a church luncheon, I believe, at the Anglican Church in Campbellford. People were out and about getting groceries because the grocery stores were open. And as I said, there were a lot of people at breakfast. I was surprised to see how many people did turn out. But really on the streets, it's just too hot. And then I headed over to Hastings because they're having a big parade today, a parade with old cars and what else was it I wanted to mention? Anyways, but of course along the road there were food trucks. There were people already set up. They had their picnic tables and their blankets, and there was all kinds of people mulling about. But what I thought was amazing was the number of boats that were tied up. It was amazing. Some of the boats are huge. And on a day like today, I can't imagine that it would be any place better than being on a boat out on the open water. There were some people in swimming or splashing about. More or less the little kids were right by the shoreline. And I guess that's one of the challenges. Either people don't swim. I don't know how bad the current is. I was talking to someone earlier today and they said that the current in the Trent Severn and Campbellford isn't that strong. And I found that interesting because I was in the Crow River yesterday, and even though the water is really low, the current was quite strong. So there will be fireworks tonight. Last year I was there, it poured rain, but it was great, and I love fireworks, so that's always something worth going to see. And you want to get there early, you want to get a good seat, you want to make sure you got your blanket. I think anytime after 7 o'clock, the fireworks won't go off until 9:30, but anytime after 7 o'clock, the heat should be starting to dissipate a bit. I don't expect it's going to dissipate too much. But this is what community is. This is what I am so happy to be a part of. And as Mayor of Trent Hills, I'm running for election. I'm not the mayor yet. I think it's important to be present, to help out when you can, to chip in, to bring people together and saying, I know somebody who knows somebody and somebody can help you with this, that, and the other thing. Because we all need help in life. Yes, some of us seem to be able to move through on our own, but we all get a little bit of help along the way. And I am thrilled to live in Trent Hills and to see how much our community helps out. And you know what? Sometimes you see the same people. They're either behind, the table or the desk flipping pancakes, or they're there on the other side buying pancakes. And this is what community spirit is about. I want to be a part of that. I want to be part of the community that cares so much, that chips in, that helps each other out. So I hope that in October, when we have an election, that you will vote for me for mayor of Trent Hills. And you, me, our neighbors, people we haven't met yet, will come together when we need to. We'll lead our separate lives when we want to. But together we will be Trent Hills, an amazing community. 3 uniquely different communities united under the umbrella of Trent Hills. And between the 3 communities, there's lots more. There's lots of small communities. And let's not forget the farmers. As I was coming home today from Hastings, I saw lots of farmers pulling, wagons of hay. These are not people who can just take time off to go and participate in some of the community events. So when you see a farmer, smile and wave, don't honk. Until next time, take care.